If we want to get Isaac back online across the country, we need to reconnect the local system to the satellite network. We should be able to do that at the NOAA headquarters building.
Get to the control room. I can walk you through the process from there.
I'm gonna check it out.
Fuck! I knew it!
Serious trauma detected.
You went all the way to the top floor. Take the stairs to the right of the elevators and work your way up.
Hey, what is up everyone? The LDB is back at it again, coming at you today with my Eclipse Protocol Status Effect build for TU10. That's right, the first build of TU10. I'm so glad that it's here. Overall, I am very happy with the changes that they made, as well as some of these new gear sets, which you are about to check out right now. I hope you all enjoy, find this video helpful. If you do, please do me a huge favor and smash that like button, subscribe for future Division content. If you are new to the channel, feel free to drop a comment down there below, and hit me up on Twitter at LDB Gaming. So, let's get into this. Alright everyone, and here it is. So as you can see up top there, I'm going to be using the Firewall Specialization simply because we get that extra 20% burn duration, and to me that's a big thing. The longer you can keep them burning for, obviously that's a great thing, right? Now as far as the damage this thing does as well, oh boy, 572.8k per fireball. I don't even know how you would gauge that, but regardless, it does a whole lot of damage, and when you can spread that much damage, they just fall down like nothing. It is absolutely pathetic. If you saw the gameplay, then obviously you know what I'm talking about. This thing is amazing. Finally, we have a specialization that we can just run up, face tank, and spread it all over the room. Awesome. Gotta love this here. Definitely try that out. Now, as far as our core attributes go, we're talking 0 reds, 0 blue, 6 yellows, and our minor attributes, 0 red, 2 blue, and 9 yellow. So more or less we're going all skill power on this build. There's a couple blue stragglers on there, but hey, it is what it is. Now as far as our armor goes, we're pretty squishy, 726,000 armor on the dot, and our health 288,000. But we are at skill tier 6, and we do have a way to overcharge it as well. So let's get into these weapons. Alright, so for my primary weapon, I'm going to be using the Honey Badger. The only reason I'm using this is for the talent on the weapon. I was really trying to get the mechanical animal with future perfection on it, but it just does not want to drop. It's been a couple days now, been farming assault rifles, same missions over and over and over, and it just doesn't come up. So this is the closest thing I have to it, and really it has been working out all right. 67.1k per bullet base damage, 790 RPM with 50 in the mag. We have the attributes of 15% assault rifle damage, 16% health damage, and 7.5 crit hit chance. But again, the talent is what makes it. Future perfect. Weapon kills grant +1 skill tier for 15 seconds. Stacks up to 3 times. So this would be awesome to put on a hybrid build. So keep that in the back of your head. Now also down here it says weapon kills at skill tier 6, which I am at, grant overcharge for 15 seconds. Overcharge cooldown is 90 seconds. So I can get overcharge without using the Acosta bag or anything like that. And every 90 seconds I get it back just for taking someone down with my weapon. Gotta love that there. Now as far as the Mods go, nothing crazy. We have the optic with 5% crit chance. We have 20 in the mag, as well as 5% crit chance under barrel. So nothing too crazy on that. Now my secondary is the Pestilence. I love this weapon, and I use it with the vast majority of any kind of status effect builds, because even though it's not considered a status effect, it still spreads like one, and it hurts them very, very bad. This one right here, hitting for 65.8k per bullet base damage, 605 RPM, with 100 in the mag, maxed out attributes, but we get that Plague of the Outcast. Hits apply a debuff dealing 100% damage over 10 seconds. This stacks up to 50 times. Whenever an enemy dies with this debuff, all stacks are transferred to a nearby enemy within 25 meters. So if you're burning them, bleeding them, and then you got this going on top of it, you see where I'm going? It just snowballs real nice, and you can take them down real quick with it. Now, as far as my sidearm goes, nothing too crazy. Backup boomstick. It's maxed out. We got preservation on there, so if I get a chance and I pop someone with it, I can get a little bit of armor back. Other than that, nothing too crazy. So let's get on to these gear pieces. Alright, so let's start out with the mask here. It is Eclipse Protocol. I have the 4-piece active. The 2-piece gives us that plus 15% status effect. The 3-piece gives us plus 15% skill haste, as well as 30% hazard protection. Gotta love that there. And the 4-piece gives us indirect transmission. Your status effects now spread on kill to all enemies within 15 meters and refreshes 50% of the duration. Now how that works is the duration of the status effect, not the skill. I had originally thought it was the skill duration, but it is the status effect duration. Once it spreads, it gets a boost of duration on there on top of whatever it had left behind. And when we take a look at the chest talent, it comes a little bit more clear what they're talking about here. Now, as far as the core attribute, it is 1 skill tier, and we have the attributes of maxed out status effect and a maxed out 12% skill haste mod on there. Gotta love that. Now let's get on to this chest piece. Alright, so for the chest piece, it is again Eclipse Protocol. We have another +1 skill tier, and the attribute is again another 10% maxed out status effect with 11.4% skill haste for the mod. Now, the talent is where it's at. We have Proliferation, increases indirect transmission range from 15 to 20 meters, and refresh percentage from 50% to 75%. That's a big one right there, and that's how you can know it is working. When you take an NPC down with a status effect, if it spreads and the bar is just about is full again, essentially, then you know it's working, because it's going to transfer the remaining status effect from that NPC that you just killed, as well as give it another 75% on top. So again, the bar should be full, and they should just start ticking away. It really, really lights them up, and is a blast to use. Definitely try this one out. It's been a lot of fun. Alright, so on to the holster. It is the Imperial Dynasty Exotic Holster. I love this thing. I haven't used it for a while, and it's great to have something that I could use it with again that's just fresh and new. This comes with that +1 skill tier, 8.9% status effects, and 10% maxed out hazard protection, but the talent is, again, where it's at. Dragon's Glare. While in combat, applies burn to the enemy closest to you within 20 meters. The cooldown is 35 seconds. So every 35 seconds, someone randomly close to you is going to start burning, which is excellent when you're using the fire starter chem launcher, as I am. You just launch that at them, they ignite themselves, and it's awesome. And if you can get a nice chain reaction going with the flame and then hit them with the hive, oh, it's a beautiful thing. Beautiful thing. Okay, so on to the knee pads. They are Golan gear. We get that plus 10% status effect just for wearing them. Gotta love that. And the core attribute I actually changed. It was armor, but I ended up putting that +1 skill tier on there because I figured, hey, I already got that maxed out status effect on there, and I'm not really mad about that. That armor regeneration, it's not bad to have, but I would rather it be skill haste. But overall, I think I'm doing just fine with that. Okay, so for the gloves, they are again Eclipse Protocol. The core attribute is another +1% skill tier and 9.9% status effect. I don't have a max roll for status effect for my gloves. I got 9.9, but I don't have that 10%. So it is what it is, guys. I think I'm close enough. Now, as far as the backpack goes, it is, again, another Eclipse Protocol. The core attribute, another +1 skill tier, another max status effect roll on there with 11.5% skill haste mod. Now, as far as the talent goes, we have Symptom Aggravator. Amplifies all skill damage you deal to status affected targets by 15%. Awesome. So on top of everything else that we're doing, right there, boom, another 15%. Gotta love that right there. I love this build. This is something new, fresh for me, and overall has been super fun to play with. Alright, so let's get into these skills. And before we do, just keep in mind these are numbers that are before we go into overcharge. So it's only going to get better. Now the Firestarter Chem Launcher, what I'm going to be using right here, this thing is amazing. It applies the burn status effect. And when you're using the Imperial Dynasty holster, it is like a must for me, at least. It's like a hand in hand. They work perfect together. Like I said before, if you see someone burning, lob one of these at them. It will ignite their own cloud, and essentially they take themselves out for you. Very nice, very effective. Gotta love that. Now, as far as the ammo, we got 7 shots. The cooldown, 18.1 seconds. The radius, 3.9 meters, so it's nothing crazy, but if you connect a couple of clouds together and you let it go, it's pretty good. Now, the duration is definitely where it's at. 20.2 seconds. Gotta love that right there. Basically, the way I've been using that is if you know they're going to be coming out of a door, or if they're going to drop down from a ledge or something like that, pop a couple of these off. When they do come out of that door, light it up. And the damage they're going to be doing is not nice. They're not going to like it at all. 504,000 right away. Boom. They do not like that. And then the burn damage after that, 250k per tick. And the cherry on top, they're going to be burning for 13.5 seconds. So they sit there and burn and burn and burn, and it just makes your life very easy. At skill tier 6, we have that plus 5 ammo, plus 30 radius, plus 60 burn duration, and plus 60 burn damage. So, I mean, overall, that is absolutely amazing. And then it gets better because we're going to throw the Stinger Hive at them. Oh boy, that applies the bleed status effect, so we're going to bleed them, we're going to burn them. If we're using the Pestilence, we're going to have that ticking them down. It just gets nasty real quick, guys. Refill speed, 2.9 seconds. We got 18 charges there, so not too bad. 10.4 meter range, and when we go into overcharge, it goes to like 15-20 meters. I don't even know, but the radius is massive. The duration, 50.6 seconds, with the health at 4.2 million. Gotta love that. Now the damage, take a look at this. 630,000 per hive. I mean, that's going to hurt them a little bit, definitely. The bleed damage is not the best, but I mean, it's going to be working with the burn as well. 56,000, and the duration, 12.9 seconds. So they're going to be bleeding and burning for quite some time if you can get that double status effect off. And again, use that Pestilence on top. It's game over. At tier 6, we're talking plus 6 charges, 120 damage, 30 range, and 420% health. I mean, gotta love that there, guys. I hope you enjoyed. This build has been super fun. Now let's go off to the stat sheet. Alright everyone, so before we go ahead and sign off, let's just do a quick little recap breakdown here on the stat sheet. Now again, the weapon talents that I'm going to be using, Future Perfect on my primary, we have Plague of the Outcast on my secondary, we have Preservation on my sidearm, and we have some high octane gasoline mixture to play with. Gotta love that. Gotta love that. Now, as far as the weapon stats go, 67,000 per bullet. Nothing very good at all, I'll have to admit that. But again, it's a skill build. We're going all yellows, right? Now, our crit chance, again, nothing crazy, 25.5%. I mean, at least a quarter of your bullets will be crits, right? Not too bad, I guess. 34.6 crit hit damage, 55 headshot damage, a little bit of health damage there, 16%. The range, 35 meters, so you can reach out and hit them at a little bit of a distance, not too bad. 2.6 reload time, 8.2 accuracy, 9.2 stability. A little bit down here, ammo capacity, 8.4%. Been working on that. Now we have 10% all weapon damage bonus on there. We have 30% assault rifle damage, and we have 15% light machine gun damage bonus. So overall, doing alright there, I guess. Not too bad. Now as far as the gear talents go, we are talking about Symptom Aggravator, we have Proliferation, and then we have Dragon's Glare. So pretty straightforward on that, nothing too crazy. The brand sets, again, 4-piece Eclipse Protocol. We have the Imperial Dynasty holster, and then we have 1-piece Golden Gear. Nothing too crazy, guys. Nothing too crazy at all. As far as the armor goes, we're talking 726,000. We have a little bit of armor regen. Our max health, 288,000. A little bit of health on a kill there. That's going to help us out for sure when we have our armor bar ripped off. I don't like using armor kits. I wait till the very last second, and this definitely has been helping out a little bit. This 86,000 health on a kill. Gotta love that. A little bit of health regen on top of that. We have some pulse resistance, because we're not going into PvP with this. But either way, we got a little bit of explosive resistance, 49.6 hazard protection. So you gotta love that. Any kind of bleed, blind, deaf, burn, confuse, anything, 49.6. Awesome, awesome stuff right there. We have 55.9% skill haste on there. I mean, this is awesome. This is definitely great right here. And overall, it's been a blast to use. I mean, 55.9% skill haste, cutting over half of that time off has been great. Just burning them, bleeding them, and just put that Plague the Outcasts on them overall. So, hope you guys enjoyed, and I will catch you on the next one. And there you have it, my Eclipse Protocol status effect build for TU10. I've really been enjoying this build. It's something different for sure. The status effects are overwhelming when they spread and they refresh, all the good stuff going on. It is awesome. Super fun time. If you haven't tried this out, definitely go out and try to get these pieces. I hope you all enjoyed and found this video helpful. If you did, do me a huge favor and smash that like button. Subscribe for future Division content if you are new to the channel. Hit me up on Twitter at LDB Gaming, and feel free to drop a comment down there below. So until next time, guys, I hope you take it easy. Be safe out there. I will see you then. Later.